आप एक्सेल यूज कर रहे हैं बट आपको प्रोडक्टिविटी तो थोड़ा कम है, आप प्रोडक्टिविटी को 10x कर सकते हैं यूजिंग दिस वन फीचर कॉल्ड फ्लैश फिल. एंड आप पूछ सकते हैं कि व्हाई यू नीड टू लर्न दिस नो फीचर, like what is there in it. So this is a magical wand of एक्सेल आई वुड से, क्योंकि इस पे ज्यादा काम कर सकते हैं. हम डेटा को मैनिपुलेट कर सकते हैं, कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, फॉर्मेट कर सकते हैं, एक्सट्रैक्ट भी कर सकते हैं, एंड एक्सट्रैक्ट और क्रिएट भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ नया डेटा को भी इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं. सो देर आर डिफरेंट यूज केसेस फॉर दिस. एंड इफ यू आर एट वर्क एंड यू वांटेड टू डू समथिंग देयर, आप इस फीचर को बहुत इंपॉर्टेंटली और नो मैंडेटली यूज कर सकते हैं, यूज करना ही अभी. And if you are at work, I would recommend you to use this feature because this is really, really good feature. हम देखते हैं कि why am I praising this feature? But this is the magical wand of Excel itself. This can definitely do some wonders. And this feature sits in the home ribbon of Excel. And आप home जा सकते हैं, वहां से थोड़ा राइट से जाएं, आपको एक छोटा सा ड्रॉप डाउन बॉक्स मिलेगा, एंड उस पे the last option is flash fill. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't use this feature also, because it is hidden in that small drop down. And right, zyada log wahan nahi bhi ja sakta, and zyada professionals don't even go there. That's the problem, right? So let's take examples of things, and we will look at 5 different examples of how we can use flash fill in your work life. The first one is manipulation, and I'm going to head to my Excel file for this. I'm here in my Excel file. आप देख सकते हैं there are some data, and this can be in your examples also. But let me try and do something here. I have 2 columns of data, first name and last name, and I want the full name. And in most cases, you can use a formula like concatenate or text join and in order to do this. But I don't want to use formulas. You can, तो situation तो इतना ही है, right? So there's not much there. So Barry और Alan है, and इसको दोनों combine करना है. So what I would do is pick a cell where I wanted the output. So these 2 places are the data that is sitting in, and here मेरे को यहाँ output चाहिए. So I'll just go there and start typing BERRY and then space ALLEN. And remember, I'm using the data access, right? So B in Berry is in capitals, Alan in A is also capitals. I'm using the same, just that I'm including a new space in between. I'll press enter. Now, I'd also do one more example here, right? So Darren 1. So I'll simply type DARRIN and then space VAN. And you would already notice Excel took a note of what I'm trying to do, and it gave that output when I typed in. Now it's not showing. That's because I stopped doing it. Now, uski baad, after entering these examples, these are the expected outcome I'm looking for. मेरे को ऐसे ही output चाहिए. And इसके बाद, what I could do is click on the cell which is very below that and go into the home ribbon here. Then go into the drop down, and you would find flash fill. And simply click on flash fill, and you would notice Excel has gone ahead and done that change or that new data that I wanted in this format, did it for every other row as well. And this is the power of flash fill, right? There is no formulas here. आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ तो formula नहीं है, सिर्फ data है. It's quite easier to use flash fill just to combine both of this information for a small amount of data. So दूसरी और example को देखते हैं, splitting को. So this is one type of manipulation. Now we got the data, but अभी हमारा manager बोले कि यार नहीं, मेरे को first name and last name 2 अलग-अलग column पे चाहिए, right? Or let's say you have some data that you wanted in 2 different columns. Text data है, दिमाग पे रखिए. Now I would go here, Berry, then just type and enter. Then go to the next column and then type Alan, and then press enter. Nothing more. Now after doing it, I'd probably go into this cell, like the first column where only I want the first name. After giving one example, I'm going to the next row, then go into home ribbon, flash fill, and then click on flash fill. Now you notice it has gone ahead and taken only the first name of all this data, even in cases where there is a middle name. अब यहाँ देख सकते हैं 3 name है यहाँ, right? First name, middle name, and last name. But since we gave an example of only first name, it took only the first name and gave us that output, right? So that's the power of flash fill. It doesn't confuse itself in these cases. Now, दूसरी item, the next column, here I wanted the flash fill to happen, right? Now let me use my shortcut here. So shortcut to apply flash fill in any given cell is Control E. But आप इस shortcut को किधर भी नहीं use कर सकते, क्योंकि let's say I select this cell which is empty and there is nothing before right to left and all that. And if I apply flash fill, it would throw an error. It tells, hey, I am not sure what you're trying to do, right? मेरे को examples नहीं दिख रहे हैं, मेरे को data नहीं दिख रहा है, I'm not able to do it. So I'll tell you how flash fill works a little later, but now let's go to that cell where we wanted the output and then press Control and E, right? E is an elephant. So अब देख सकते हैं the joining and splitting both happen in a flash of a time, right? More than me talking, but it kind of happened immediately. Now this is the power of flash fill for manipulating data. Now let's go to the next example, which is converting data. So I'll go to my previous example again. And here I'm going to go to the third sheet of the data. And here I have some date information. So abhi tak we have looked at only text data, and here we have a date information. And is date ko hum year, month or day ko split karna hai and convert karna hai. So this is a numerical data, right? And you would not be able to split it as a text or something. Or typically if you go the formula route, you have to use left, right, mid, find, and then also some spaces and stuff. So thoda complex formula banna hai ki if you go the formula route, but flash fill can get this done quite easily. So once again, all I have to do is what output I want from this data. Aap ek question bhi pooch sakte hain ki there are 3 columns here, and how will flash fill know that I am trying the data or getting the output I want here from only this column? That's the power of flash fill, because it kind of takes the information from the adjacent cells. Ab aisa sochiye, we are in this cell. Now what flash fill does is it goes to the previous cell, tries to see what data is there based on the example. Let's say I type 2018, right? So now what flash fill will do is, I'm here trying to apply flash fill. So it will first go to the top cell, to the right cell, to the bottom cell, and to the left cell. It understands there is some data here. Okay, got it. And from here, once again, it will repeat the task. It will go below, it will go towards the left, right, and all that. So that way, it covers the entire data set in a flash of a second. It understands the overall data. Now, uski baad, okay, it would check what is the data like. It's 2018. Cool. Where do I find 2018 in this particular row? Only here. And in this data, what is the structure? So it does all this calculation at the back end in its head. And then it does this. It's like quite amazing, right? That's why this is called as the magical wand of Excel. So I type 2018 here. I'll type 09 here. And here I'll type 19. Right. So remember, I typed 09 here. Since it's a numerical value, it converted automatically to just 9. So now I'd go here, select the cell, then press Control E, and it extracts only the year information. आप validate भी कर सकते हैं कि वो सही कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है. Sometimes it will throw error, so that's a different story. Now once again, I come here and then I type Control E. It got only the date information from this columns and got it here. Now once again, I come here, then type E or Control E. I got only the day information here. So the month, day, and year all converted into numerical values from a date value. So that's quite astonishing and quite easy as well. So this is the second example. And the third item is managing. The third item or the fourth item is formatting information. So let's go back to our practice file. Now let's imagine this, right? We are trying to create a certificate for all the students and all the names. Now, यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं Barry Allen doesn't have the second name in capitals, but for us we wanted it in capitals, right? So proper case करना है, which means I wanted Barry in B as capitals, Allen A in capitals. I'll simply put BERRY space ALLEN in capital space. So अभी तो output सही आएगा. I type Control E. I would get all the information, the formatted in a way I wanted it to. Now, let's say I don't want this. I rather wanted only the capital version of the name. So what I do is simply put Barry space ALLEN, whatever the format I wanted, right? Like I wanted in capital letters, I put it in capital letters. Now after this, I'll simply go to the next cell, put Control E. So whatever text is here, you would notice it has become in capitals. It has come out as an output in capital letters. So that's the beauty of flash fill, and isko use karke you will be able to increase your productivity. Let's see one more examples before we wind up for the day. Now here I have Berry and Alan, but I would only want Berry and A. Right? I want only the first letter of their last names. So I'd simply put BRRY and A, right? And then press Control E, I got the output. Now I can also do this, right? So only B and A, right? B space A. And this would also get me the same output for every other name that we have. And here, wherever there is middle name, it would actually get confused and it would throw some error. But that's a discussion for another video altogether. But if you are working on text data, trying to get one information, join some information, manipulate or change something, use flash fill. And that's mostly about today. And आपको और ज़्यादा फ्लैश फिल के बारे में सीखना है एंड दूसरी चीज़ को सीखना है, we have a dedicated course. एंड आपको दूसरी चीज़ को सीखना है, फ्लैश फिल और क्या कर सकते हैं एंड एडवांस सिचुएशन पे क्या होगा, फ्लैश फिल कहाँ फेल होगा, ये सब हमारी कोर्स पे है एंड कोर्स का लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन पे है. जरूर जाके ज्वाइन करिए. एंड देयर इज इनफ डाउट सॉल्विंग सेशंस एंड आपका जो डाउट्स आता है वो भी हम सॉल्व करते हैं. देयर आर वीकली डाउट सॉल्विंग सेशंस एज वेल, वो भी आपको हम मदद करेंगे. So don't miss out on the opportunity. That is a batch that is coming soon for you to join, and there is discount as well. Don't miss out.